Ho, ho, you are not ready. Unstoppable. Dynasty, young ho.
Yeah. Salutations. Congratulations. And all that other stuff. Hey, you are now tuned in to Thoughts Fired. Hit him up. Yeah.
Come on.
You now listen to the voice of the one and only Rick Redden, aka DJ Double in the building. And I got my friends with me. Got my homie to the left over here. Introduce yourself, please.
It's your boy, Josh Moore, Joshua L.
The most hated on social media.
You know, the inappropriate people like me, and I like them.
Yeah.
Man, you're a great guy, man. I don't know. I've known you for forever.
Who's that voice we hear right there, man?
Man, you already know it's none other than your boy DJ Butt Naked, aka DJ Young Gregory, aka
ATM.
DJ ATM,
All things
aka
music.
Not ass to mouth.
Yeah, man. It's the one and only, man. I go by many aliases.
That's what's up.
How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah. You now tuning in to Thoughts Fire, man. This little podcast or show, whatever you want to call it. This is a little idea we put together. You know, little idea we put together, and we going with it, man. You know, we ain't just gonna talk about it. We're gonna be about it. You know, and I made up a new word, man. You know, we not journalists. We're learnerlists. You know what I'm saying? So we're making this up as we go. Not making it up as we go. We're learning as we go. So strap in your seatbelt. It's gonna be a long ride. We're here to provide you with the local news, the worldwide news. I'll give our take on it. This is a little conversation, man. Let's kick it with y'all, man. Thoughts Fire, man. Let's go. Yeah. Hey, happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody, man. How'd y'all spend y'all Memorial Day weekend, man?
On the river.
On the river for you?
Well, I had my baby mama. She had a baby shower this weekend.
Seen pictures and all that.
Yeah, I had to go up there, and it was funny because Saturday was sketchy. We didn't know if we were gonna get out there because of the weather. 'Cause, it's been raining.
Right.
It's nasty. The river's kind of nasty.
Right.
I'm fancy myself a river man, so whether it's nasty or not, y'all see me. I'm out there in the rain, whatever.
Right.
So I go up there, we, do all the heavy lifting and stuff and make sure she set up tables and chairs, all that, everything's ready. I go beaming out of there, hauling ass trying to get down there. We get on the water, man. Had a nice day out there. Spent Sunday out there. Didn't take any fishing poles, man. We just, we caught a little red out of,
Yeah, we don't need no fishing poles out there, baby. Yeah.
I have never been on the river.
Oh, we got to take him out there, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, hey, I have another thing I want to talk to you about, of course. Formally invite y'all. 245 Fairway Drive.
Oh, wow.
Diaper Party 2017, baby.
That's what's up.
So, I'm doing it this Saturday, and, we're going to get out on the water a little bit and then go back to a buddy of mine, Nat Reynolds. Shout out to Nat, Kelly for hosting my diaper party or whatever. But we're going to go out there and got some pulled pork and food and booze and
that's what's up. I'm definitely gonna try to touch down for you for sure. I got to do the Special Olympics this weekend up in Richmond.
Well,
man.
That's what's up.
I'm
man.
definitely trying to make it to you though. I promise you.
No, hey, that's what I'm talking about though.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What'd you do? What'd you do this weekend, bro?
Man, I didn't do much of anything. Went over to the sister-in-law's house, barbecue, real good.
What's good?
Man, just played spades, man. Actually did not lose at all this weekend.
The books was good.
Yeah, books was good.
No redigs.
That's how you know it.
It was good. Won in the 2K tournament. Won in the spades. I was just a winner all weekend, man.
There you go.
Felt real good.
Hey, I had a great weekend myself, man. I did a great wedding, man, this weekend. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I believe. I probably got it wrong.
Man,
That's probably wrong.
That was so dope. I seen the snap filter. And
Oh
stuff,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That was dope, man.
That was definitely a great time, man. They invited me to the house party afterwards. It was a great time. Shout out to everybody that came through from. It was like Michigan, Indiana, like Alaska.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
And then I went kayaking for the
seen
first
the
time.
pictures of that. I see the pictures of that. How was that?
And shout out to all my white friends, man. Get yourself some white friends
That's
out
what
here,
it
man. Don't discriminate, man.
I think
You
that's
know
why
what
I ain't been on the river, man.
You gotta broaden your horizon, man.
Nah, let me tell you something, man. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure you guys had a blast, but that's too much work on the river, man. You get your pontoon out here, and you just get some music, and whatever your vices are, and you go top to a tree. And
Nah.
you know what I'm saying? That's the hidden gem in Frankfurt. is
Nah,
that
listen,
river.
man, it's-
I'm not knocking. Yeah, I'm sure it's fun.
It's like it's fun, but like then it's a peaceful aspect to it too,
Right,
though. Like
right.
you get out there, with like, yo, I ain't never seen this part. Like, but see, I done like canoed before down the creek. I done on the float down the creek, but it was kayaking. Like, I think I want to invest in buying me a kayak, man. Hey, shout out to my Caucasian friends
Hey,
for
those
doing some
things, though,
things
man, you
like
got to be
avocados and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's,
Avocado is delicious. If you squirt a little lime on it, you can eat it. It's
Wow.
to
Yeah.
die for, guys.
It was
To
great,
die
man.
for.
And I tried to do a cookout this weekend, but I couldn't. We couldn't get the damn generator cranked up,
Yeah,
man.
man, that's a shame.
I think I had texted you
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Sunday. We
yeah,
were coming
yeah.
out the river, but man, I had pregnant woman with me, and she was about ready to put them big swollen ankles up.
Yeah, you know how it is. You definitely better conform. And,
Shout
you know
out
what
to
I'm saying? Act right.
compression socks, man. Compression socks. I'm telling you, they have saved her life. Like, I mean, her feet still swollen, but give a round of applause to compression socks.
So everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend, man.
They had a
Sound like
blast,
everybody
man.
had a
Had
good
a blast, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. So what we got coming up this week, man? We got to talk about. Definitely that finals coming up.
The
man.
finals are coming up,
Finals
man.
is here. We knew.
Dun, dun, dun.
We knew who was going to be here. We knew who was going to be the two teams that was going to be in the finals.
It was
already knew
a
that.
long ride though, wasn't it?
It was a long ride. I mean, the playoffs was terrible. Besides what Boston.
Yeah, Boston and Washington was fun. Everybody else was just
It
getting
was a good
swept.
story.
Yeah.
I mean, Isaiah Thomas story.
Yeah. Yeah, those
losing a
stories.
sister.
Yeah, that was
Getting
terrible.
53, lost a tooth.
Right.
He was losing a
Kelly Olynyk and Kelly Oubre chest bumping each other.
Yeah, that
Kobe
was
back,
it.
man.
And they would have, they were doing that during the season. Like Wizards were wearing all black, and they
Yeah.
did it at their place in the playoffs.
That was a good. That was the best series this year.
Yeah,
hands down.
It's kind of like a little bit reminiscent of that old school stuff from in the '90s when we used to watch. Everybody had a rival, and it was extremely heated. Like it was some bullies back in the day in the NBA for sure. But yeah, the finals are coming up.
Who we got? Who we got?
Man, I'm almost. I know y'all gonna hate to hear this, but I wouldn't even be overly shocked if Golden State swept them.
Right, that's a possibility. I'm gonna say that's a possibility.
I mean, why? Well, hold on, because I'm going with Cleveland. So
Okay.
if we put it on paper, if we go match for match, if we go point guard for point guard, shooting guard, and so forth. So you go Steph Curry versus Kyrie Irving. Who you like?
They're both kind of a wash to me because they're both offensively great, defensively they're liabilities.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
all right. So we'll
they're
push
both.
that.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm going
what's next?
Kyrie,
Clay, you going Kyrie?
Best ball handler.
I'm gonna lean towards Kyrie too, just because of this recent season, these recent moments.
The
when
East is
LeBron
weak,
didn't
though.
show up. I mean, but at the same time, it's about that pressure. The East is weak. West was down,
Yeah.
so I don't know. So okay, let's keep going. Klay Thompson versus who is it?
JR.
J.R. Smith. Who y'all going?
Start.
No, Jay don't start though. That's probably.
Who does
Does Shumpert start for him?
Shumpert?
Well, I don't know. It's one.
So either or, you still
Yeah.
say Klay Thompson, right?
Hit the fourth quarter, it's gonna be Smith out there more than likely.
First of all, I think Clay has suffered the most out of anybody with the arrival of Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
because I haven't, he had a couple big games this year, but you ain't seen those breakout games.
I mean, they all getting 13, 16.
Isn't that kind of the idea though?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when that guy comes on your team, I don't mind stepping back if I got KD out there. Like, I
But
can be.
There's only one basketball.
He was
Right.
quoted as saying, "I'm not changing shit." Last year when they said Durant's coming, I believe he said he said I'm not changing. I think he believed he said that about his
Yeah,
game.
exactly,
I mean,
yeah.
but you have to.
But, I mean, I think like he's still gonna take the open shot when it's there. He's gonna play his game. But I mean, like you got a guy like Kevin Durant. That guy's like, he's gonna propel you. Like that's why I think they can sweep him now. I mean, Durant out there, like there's mismatches all over the floor because.
So
I mean-
so if we go to the next one, you got LeBron and Kevin Durant. You're going with Durant?
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Draymond probably guard LeBron. I don't even think KD would guard him.
I think LeBron's gonna guard KD though.
Yeah,
Back.
yeah.
And at some point in time, I mean, I'm just going like. Ultimately, like at the end of it, I wanted to highlight how many more you guys were rooting for.
Well, again, if you were going to go starting fives, and I don't mean to cut you off, but if
Right.
you're going to go starting fives, like, yeah, they're both, highly talented starting fives, but then you start digging deep in the bench, man. I think that's where,
Yeah.
you know, what is JaVale McGee? I mean, dude, he's about as smart as, you know.
But he's playing.
Yeah, he's
I'm just
He's doing
I'm
what
just a
needs to be
LeBron
done.
fan because anybody that got that many haters, I gotta be a fan of you, man. I just want to see that man win because he had so
really
much
do,
hate
too.
towards him.
If LeBron
I'm going
wins this-
Cavs in 6.
Nah. I mean, I tell you what I do hope. I hope it goes 7 because after that, we got nothing but baseball.
Nothing
and-
but womp womp.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be exciting to watch, obviously, and it's going to be everything we hoped it'll be, I'm sure. But I don't know, man. I think that Golden State's just that much better than them. And
Early prediction for the Finals MVP. Early prediction.
Early prediction.
I'm saying, of course, if the Warriors win, I'm gonna say Kevin Durant will be the Finals MVP. If the Cavs win, we know that LeBron will be the Finals MVP.
I think Kyrie could pull that one off too.
Did he get it
I
last
think yeah, he got it last year. I'm almost yeah.
I don't think it'll be KD for the Golden State.
yeah.
I think it's gonna be an X factor or somebody we forgot about.
Draymond Green. I think he could
Draymond,
potentially be the Finals MVP.
Yeah, I think it
For sure.
It'll be a triple.
Because he could be that guy that just, I mean, like I said, he's a Swiss Army knife basketball player. I mean, he can do just about anything out there. And you know, the guy's he's kind of a tweener at every place you put him at, but at the same time, he's just good enough to do just about anything.
I think it'll be one of those things where like there's so many good players on that team that they just kind of like overshadow each other.
Right.
So the intangibles or whatever you want to call it will be Draymond Green, and it'll be what he's doing.
I think ultimately he'll be the guy that kind of propels them to like where they won't have an answer for him. And then
With
I
that
think
being
JaVale
said-
McGee being out there, I know it's like I said, I think that guy he's long, he's athletic,
And
he's a freak athlete. Like I said,
Cavs in
Mine was
6.
a dunk champion.
Cavs in 6.
Cavs
Cavs in 6.
Cavs 7.
Now, usually around this year, I believe they announced the MVP right before the finals. I believe that's how it usually is. But this year, we have this NBA Awards going on the June 26th, hosted by Drake. I mean, Drake's just everywhere. Like he's like a dang on, like you know, he's like a true pop star. I mean, he's hosted the NBA Awards. You know, he's like he done broke out to the next level.
Need to be on our next topic.
But we got the they got the NBA awards coming up. That's where they're going to announce the MVP at, and we all know who should get that. What do you call that? Unanimous.
Yeah,
That should be a unanimous decision.
yeah.
Yeah, like Westbrook.
Westbrook.
Yeah, he averaged
Yeah,
a
he
triple
averaged
double.
triple-double.
42?
Every night. That says a lot.
42?
A triple double, like
That
that's
says that mean as
That
a
says
point guard.
MVP.
yeah.
That's a
I
point
don't even think it's a question. Like I'm not.
6'4".
No, I think 6'4", 6'5", but he's like man. He's
He's a hell. of a-
Westbrook
He's a
has to
freak
win that.
athlete.
If you didn't vote for Westbrook for the MVP, if you're on that panel, you don't deserve to have a vote.
need to be fired.
Right.
Yeah, you don't deserve a vote. Was he on the list I sent y'all earlier today?
top 100. I don't know. I
sent
didn't
the-
scroll through the whole 100. I didn't check through the whole 100.
I sent my fellas, for those listeners, I sent my fellas, the ESPN just made this top 100 global athletes, like from 1 to 100. Do we got the list in hand here? We're going to give y'all the top 10 here. And we're going to tell y'all, this is global, yeah. We're not talking about, because I believe if it was an American survey, it would be totally different than what, we have here.
Yeah, most of the guys I looked at, I didn't even know who most of them were. I mean, I knew they were soccer players and whatnot, but I honestly don't watch anything other than basketball, football, touch of baseball. I randomly watch some soccer if it's like the World Cup or something, but
I mean, you gotta go. Let's get the top 10. First of all, we had what's Cristiano Ronaldo? Is that his name?
yeah, Ronaldo. Yeah, I've heard of him before.
He's number one. So we're
We've all
saying
played FIFA, so we got some of the popular names I know, like Messi, Ronaldo. I knew who those guys were. LeBron was number 2, I remember.
LeBron number 2. Messi is number 3.
Right.
I don't think that'd be number 3 in the USA.
Yeah, there wasn't a NFL player in it until like at number 21 with Tom Brady, which kind of lets you know where we stand as a country. We're bullies,
Yeah.
the American bullies.
We have Roger Federer at 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be, if it was America, that wouldn't be there either. I'm just if it wasn't a worldwide vote.
Right.
I don't even know who this number 6. Keep going, my bad. I don't get
We got Phil Mickelson. He's at number 5.
Yeah,
golfer.
Okay.
I'm not. I mean, he might be in the top 10.
Who?
If it was USA?
Phil Mickelson, the
Phil
lefty.
Mickelson.
You don't know
He's a
Phil.
classic golfer.
I'm talking about this next
Number
guy.
6,
I know Phil Mickelson.
Neymar.
is that?
Me personally, I don't know what he does. I think he does baseball.
I was Roger Federer.
First
was
of
number
all,
6.
dude got a one. He has a one name.
He's
Just one
Neymar.
name.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I know that he had a pair of Jordans came out that was named after him. That was all right too.
Ain't there like some NBA players with just like one name or something? I know it's a couple random people with just one name.
Okay, he's
We got
a
Usain
Brazilian
Bolt.
soccer player, guy.
Oh, we was way off. See, we ain't up on our stuff.
Barcelona.
We're learning this. My bad.
Dude
Yeah.
has $23 million in endorsement, $68.2 million Instagram followers.
The list was kind of like though. I mean, it was like people who aren't even really still relevant in their own sport were still
Right.
on there. Like just, I think it was more of like noticeable names.
Right,
Like
popularity.
people like that they associated with,
Right.
because like you go to Africa or something like that, the only golfer they might know is Tiger Woods. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, exactly.
So, that's probably just more of a
He
worldwide
wasn't being
perspective.
racist, people. He wasn't being racist. He did say Africa.
Damn
No.
right, I said Africa.
Right. But we had a Usain Bolt at number 7. I mean, he's pretty popular, but he's only. I mean, we don't see him other than every 4 years in the Olympics.
Man, that guy is a freak.
He's a freak. Don't get me wrong, he's
the
a
fastest
freak.
man in the world.
But
that Tyson Gay from right in our backyard of Lexington is
Yep.
the fastest man in American history, and he has not gotten a gold medal in. I think he might have they medaled in maybe like a relay or something, but he has not gotten a medal for none of the
you think
Olympics.
he can
he's
come
been
back?
in.
You think he can come back for a third Olympics and do it again?
Hussein?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's over 16 years.
I'd like to see it. I mean,
Right.
I know it's what is it?
No, it's 12. That's 12 years. 4, that's 12 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
a bit 12
Yeah,
years.
12
At
years. I said
that high
16.
level of being a sprinter, I don't know, man. In today's world, I think this might be the year he gets popped for PEDs if he does it. Because is he like 40 now? I mean,
Okay, we had Kevin Durant at 8. That's understandable. We had Rafael Nadal at 9, tennis player. I don't think if you ask him, in
well,
America.
Federer and Nadal are big. They've been playing each other. Now, granted,
International, though. International.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, let's in this top 10 with no other than Tiger Woods.
T Woo, baby. T Woo.
Whose
T Woo, baby.
whose latest accomplishment came about 3:00 this past morning.
T
And,
Woo, baby.
Let's talk about this, man. Our man Tiger, man. Have we seen? I don't know if I've seen a bigger fall from grace and stardom as we've seen this right here.
Let's be
Tiger
fair,
Woods
man.
looked
We
like,
can't say that he failed, man. He was just.
Yeah,
I mean, listen.
that guy's been through a lot of surgery, so I'm sure he's like probably got pain medicine, and he might even be addicted to
I'm
it.
just saying, ever since he stopped playing 18 holes, he can't play 18 holes. You know what I'm saying?
Let that man have his player card back. Shit,
Kadooty.
his life
You know,
is just
can
diminishing in front of our eyes.
Can Tiger just be a swinger?
no more putting, just swing.
Right.
That boy good. That boy
So
good.
they said my man Tiger was behind the wheel, passed out.
Sleep.
Tiger, you act like you from Frankfurt right now, man. Stop it, man. Like, stop.
His
man.
mugshot looked like Gizmo off the grill.
It seemed like a Furby.
Big bug ass eyes.
That
Yeah,
fat.
that's what I was thinking of. Furby.
Don't get him wet.
They said, y'all see that
Furby
meme?
Woods.
Y'all see that meme? It said, no, it said
Look
just
like a-
do. It said just do it, but it said just do you out, just do it.
Yo, man, he thought
Man,
he
it
was
is-
in California.
What happened to Tiger,
bro.
man? Like he wasn't he the first $1 billion athlete ever before Jordan? I believe he was, man. I think he beat.
Yeah, it says here
I believe
he had
it was.
$45 million in endorsements.
No, Tiger
And she
Woods.
got half.
Oh yeah,
half.
Tiger Woods, man. Like he couldn't.
Man.
Tiger, you messing up for us, Tiger. You broke the barrier, then they set us our way back. I mean, what are you doing, Tiger? Get it together, man.
I'm not a big golf fan. I like playing it, but I'm not really good at it. After about 9-10 holes, after I've lost, 6-7 balls and spent $40 out there. I'm to the point where I just want to be like, y'all go ahead and finish, and I'm just gonna keep drinking.
Right, exactly.
Because I'm getting too worked up on a Saturday afternoon. It's pretty out here.
I'm just saying, for a guy to be held to the stature of someone like a Jordan, someone like a Tom Brady,
White
someone,
women.
I mean, the Wheaties boxes, to look where he's at now, man. It's like, I mean, he was untouchable, number one player in the world in his
And they
sport.
love you until you can't swing at ball.
I mean, listen, golf is
Like I said,
international.
he's had knee problems, back
Yeah.
problems, and whatnot. I mean,
The
he's
last
kind
Because
of.
he wasn't fucking as much. The bones start getting, they started tightening up.
Yeah.
The last one he won was
You got to have that hip movement all the time.
man, that's a lot of work, man. The
Excuse my
last one he
language.
won was in 2014, and he hurt his knee then, right?
He
Yeah.
won. I'll tell you what.
Did he come out too hot? I mean, sometimes you come out too hot.
No, he was killing it. He was.
I mean, he had a
killing
long
people.
year.
He was on pace to beat Nicholson and all that.
Yeah, that was
and-
like he's gonna get 25 or
Until-
something.
I mean, Tiger was crazy. Like, you were just sitting here watching this guy just roll through the history books like it was nothing, and all of a sudden it just came to a standstill.
When he
Right.
stopped doing them PEDs, lost his girl.
Yeah, man. Hey, Tiger was
You know what I'm
buff though, and I'm telling you though, like
Right.
they was, those PEDs and stuff, they put strains on your joints now. Steroids, a lot of people don't know about that. You can take them, whatnot. When you start seeing people like they don't, you have to take them properly, and if you don't, after a long period of time of doing that type of stuff, your joints start getting tight and all that, and tearing up on you, and that's how you watch people fall apart from that type of stuff.
Tiger was natural, man.
Yeah.
Nothing but juices and berries.
Okay.
Well, he forgot to put the juices and berries in that hair before he went for at 3 o'clock in the morning. Stroll down the
They say that. They say that's why he got
Just
no hair
let your soul glow.
I mean, first
Yeah,
of all,
an activator all over the steering wheel.
right, Tiger.
was
And plus, Tiger, stay out the car. First of all, your wife came and broke your window, had you wreck in your car. Now you sleep in the car. Every time you in the car, Tiger, something happens,
Get
man.
a driver, man. Get a
Uber.
driver.
Uber, Tiger.
Hey, I'll tell you a story from this weekend. If you want to piss a cab driver off, say something about Uber coming to town. They get frustrated, boy. He was like, yeah, because everybody thinks that's a real good idea. Yeah, they think all these Uber drivers going to make this kind of money and whatnot. They don't realize the wear and tear of their vehicle, and just kept going
Oh,
on
you
and
hate
on.
them
He was
straight.
mad. I was like, yeah, man, Uber's coming to town, and his whole mood flipped. He was just upset about that, man. So shout out to cab drivers right now. 'Cause they ain't going to be around much
Hey,
longer.
check this out. What about the fight you was mentioning earlier, man? The baseball fight. I know we don't watch baseball.
Oh,
live,
Bryce
but that
Harper and
was
his
hilarious.
beautiful hair, man. Did you see this guy? He comes out of his batting helmet looking like what's
Thor?
that? Yeah,
Like a
like
Schwab
Thor.
commercial.
What's your
Like
boy?
an Old Spice
Samson
commercial.
coming out with his strength in his hair. I mean, he came out. He had such great volume to his hair. Well, even with the bat hat on, I was like, come
Dark
on, man.
and,
Yeah, he comes out of there, comes running,
Head
but then
Shoulders commercial.
he throws that damn helmet like the biggest sissy I've
That
ever
shit
seen.
was
I mean,
hilarious.
when he threw that helmet, I already knew. I was like, you lost,
You
man.
lost,
Like, I don't know
bro.
what you gonna do.
He almost hit the first base.
You didn't do yourself no favors by throwing that helmet.
Right.
That-
Well, he
that
lucky he
helmet-
wasn't dealing with a fighter.
I
'cause
think the wind
Well,
caught
he
it.
caught a couple little jabs, and then he tried to throw one in there. But I think he took it wasn't the best fight I ever seen, but it was entertaining. But
It was definitely that the helmet throw was the most entertaining
I
part
mean,
about
you know
that
those
fight.
helmets are like very aerodynamic.
Nah,
And
man,
the-
that was
the wind
just-
was
it
blowing.
looked like he got caught in between trying to slam it or throwing at him. He didn't know what he was doing, and somehow in
You
between
know-
all that, he just lost all control of his motor skills, and it bounced in a direction that I don't even know how.
You know
it
how
went.
y'all get when y'all get mad? Y'all start making up cuss words and just, come at me. You know what I'm saying?
It's a rat moment. It was sad. It was a sad
Speaking
moment.
of fights, man, that's always exciting in the sports when we see a fight happen.
Well,
man,
yeah,
you know
the
what I'm
thing
saying?
about it is hockey and baseball and, soccer even. Like, you see these fights all the time in these sports. Like, they
Right.
fight all the time. And it's even commentated. Like, in hockey, you got the announcers up there, like, commentating the fight. Like, giving them a right. Because,
Right.
they just holding the jersey with one hand and each of them just throwing rights the whole time.
Blades of Steel.
But
Blades of
baseball,
Steel.
yeah, you allowed to. I mean, it's not that it's not allowed, but it's just almost like a understood rule of the
Yeah,
game.
well,
that it happens. But
On ESPN, Barry Melrose said if they would just let the two guys that were like in hockey, the two guys that get in an altercation go ahead and fight. and then you would see a lot less fights because
Right.
people just wouldn't want to test because they know that they ain't got nobody that has
Exactly.
their back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, you really got to be able to fight.
Yeah.
As soon as the first person hits the ground, it's over.
Right.
So that's,
Plus, then you won't have all the other people fighting going
Yeah.
on. You just let them go out there and just, handle it like they handle it,
Handle
and
it.
just come after that. They'll eventually stop.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen these fights go down before, and somebody either gets knocked out or they end up just going, "All right, enough's enough, man. You got me, bro. Just can we shake hands, dude?"
Respect.
What if
The guy that gets beat up, he's always one who come smack you five and be like,
Right.
"Respect, bro."
Respect, man.
What's some other classic fights y'all think could ever happen in some sports, man?
Man, I would have to say one of my favorites was Nolan Ryan and Robin Ventura.
When he had him in the headlock?
Yeah, he grabbed that head.
Right.
And he was just pounding him up underneath there. And Nolan Ryan was like 55 at the time. Like he done played for 4 different Major League Baseball teams. Robin Ventura came running out there like a badass, and that old man just grabbed that head and started pounding his head.
Of course, we got to talk about, the Malice at the Palace.
Alice in the
Shout out to our Detroit co-host in the building, huh?
That was one of the most entertaining. That was almost like you could tell that we had kind of gotten softer as a nation when that happened. Like when that fight broke out, like that was just kind of like the Bad Boys of Detroit back in the day. The NBA, it moved into a newer, more, I guess, politically correct era where punching just wasn't allowed anymore. I mean, you get suspended, but those guys got year suspensions.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
right.
they were like unheard of.
Yeah.
Going in
Brian
the
had to
stands,
change his
but-
name.
Yeah, go on. He had to change his name to get back in.
Steven Jackson started a rap career. You're
Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah,
get paid
yeah.
for a year, man. Give me the mic.
Right. That was a
That was the craziest ever. They made the top 10s. It made number 1 at the top 10's worst NBA moments.
I mean, of course, it had to be. I mean, no fight went to the stands and had fans in there.
Fuck
I mean,
Detroit.
Jermaine O'Neal came in.
Chaldeans of
He came
Detroit.
in with the slide, with the Street Fighter.
Jewel.
Yeah. He came in and he's the first man in history to slide on some ice and still knock his man out during
And
the
you know
punch.
his punch, like his reach is insane long
Right.
anyway. So you see that follow through, you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was
That kind of extension on a
Yeah.
punch, somebody's going to sleep.
What
Man,
else
he was in real time slow motion.
What other one we got? Classic. Oh, what about the Kermit Washington versus Rudy?
Man.
Tom Donovan.
Shout out
his
to
name?
Rudy Tom Jonovich, man. You took the hardest punch I may have ever seen in
Our
sports.
older, our young folks, you got to go YouTube that.
Yes, Kermit Washington was in the middle of a brawl with somebody else. I don't remember at the time, but in the process, Rudy Tom Jonovich was running over there to him to try to break him up. He wasn't really coming at him maliciously, wanting to fight, but it looked like Kermit caught him out of his peripheral, and he turned and punched and hit this man in the side of his face, and I mean his entire face. Like they said, he tasted his own spinal fluid.
Broke
He
his
was
whole
laying
face.
there choking on his own spinal fluid. That's how hard this man hit him. Jaw wired, everything.
Broke his
Ruined
face,
it,
they
man.
said. If you look at his face now, you can tell his face is
he
still
got
messed
that,
up.
That face,
But he got the rings, though. He got the rings, though.
Really
What
does.
about Kobe Bryant versus Chris Childs, man? What about that one, though?
I love that fight. I love that. Two
Yeah.
piece and a biscuit.
2 piece of the biscuit.
Popeyes.
Kobe's chicken wing.
Yeah.
That's
he
the
trying to
time.
give the little baby nudge.
Yeah,
Hey, man,
Childs
if you
won't
gonna throw
play
it out, if you gonna throw it, man, you gotta throw
Well,
it.
the man came up and headbutted him, and then Kobe just looked at him and threw that little bitty baby elbow at him, and about that time, bip, bap.
Of course.
Kobe was so stunned for a minute that he got hit. Then all of a sudden he wanted to turn into a tough guy and start trying to get people off of him. Like, man.
Nah, that was a wrap for that. Like Kobe had it.
Oh,
That was
man.
an L. Kobe, I take the L right there.
Yes, he did.
We watched this. We watched this video earlier, man. The FIU versus Miami.
Yeah, the football game with Miami was just
That was a
stomping
brawl.
people. They were throwing helmets. That was funny. What are they doing fighting a team like that anyway? Come on, man. That's Florida International. You guys are one of the kings of the state. You want to sit out there and beat up on the damn
Was that during the down year?
D1
Was that
AA
during
school.
Miami's down year, or was it?
shit, man, had to be if they was that mad.
Right. That was an all-out brawl, man.
Yeah. Another good one was your boy
Alonzo Mourning.
Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson, man. That was hilarious because to watch Jeff Van Gundy hanging on the Mourning's leg like just stop, please, just stop.
It was crazy. It was really like a little kid on somebody's.
Like, he came in and he was kind of the story of the fight. I mean, that was.
Is that the same fight where somebody missed and hit him accidentally? It was the own player missed and hit him. Wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he did get hit.
Yeah, he might have. Yeah. And then
Was
he
it
just-
Houston?
I think it was a.
I'm not sure about
What's his
that
name? He came from Ballard, Louisville, to play for New York. That was
one.
good.
Alan Houston.
I thought Alan Houston swung at somebody and hit Van Gundy, gave him stitches.
He might have.
I think that happened. It might be the same fight, but that's a classic right there. If you're young, go Google that. You would love to see that footage right there.
What about Barkley and Shaq? Because they just recently got into it talking about they was moving furniture. But Barkley threw that ball off his head
Oh yeah.
and then picked him up and tackled him, man. Like,
Now that's a fight I wish people would have backed up and let happen.
yeah, that would have been
let
fun
him
to
go.
watch.
Acted on that.
Right.
That would have been fun to watch. We might see it before too long the way
Right,
they go at it
right,
on
right.
there. Because Shaq keep talking about them championship rings. One day Barkley's just going to lose it on that.
Speaking of which, what about if Shaq would have connected on that one against what was his name?
Oh, Brad Miller, man.
Right, if he'd have connected with Brad Miller, boy.
We might be doing a rest in peace segment on that one. Shaq whiffed on him, and thank God he did.
Yeah,
'Cause
he took his
He
head
might
out.
have been getting released in 2017.
you could tell that Brad Miller felt the wind off the punch because he threw his arms up and ducked like he almost thought he got hit. Just off the wind alone was probably enough force to, scare him to death.
What about that Rick Fox versus Doug Christie with the uppercut?
All you get.
That light skin on light skin beef.
I remember watching that game.
Yeah. Another one that happened last year with that pitcher. That was a pitcher.
Oh, Batista and
Was he a pitcher?
Batista was sliding into second, and I think his name was Oder or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, he was sliding into second. The guy was trying to make a double play, and he thought he was taking a shot at his legs. So when he stood up, he hit Batista so hard, man, knocked
know
his
where it
helmet,
was at.
glasses
Yeah.
off.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Looked like Mike Tyson looking for his mouthpiece after Buster hit him.
Right. He knocked Social Security number, everything.
The
Got
guy on the other
information.
team was holding it back, and he just let him too. Like, man, I don't want that man. No.
That was one of the cleanest punches I seen
Oh.
in any sporting fight. It was say you stole on somebody, he stole on him.
Like the freeze frame of that, like you just look at it and his whole jaw is just like the wave is just moving to the direction
See
of the
the
punch. You see-
energy.
yeah.
going through his-
What about Dion?
Dion, yeah. The thing about Dion is he had two pretty good fights with Rice and Andre Rising, two
Yeah,
great
classics.
receivers, man. They
But this is my thing about those fights, man. They was just slapping each other's helmet. Like, what are y'all doing?
But it's they both had classic battles just on the field, so it was kind of, I guess, them two matchups getting heated, kind of like Beckham and Mormon, where they fought for a whole game against each other. Then they suspended Odell Beckham for the final game. of the
I
season.
gotta throw a surprising one in that people might not even think about, and that's when the fan man came into the ring against the was it Riddick Bowe?
In Holyfield,
They
Bo Holyfield
whooped
won.
his ass.
Yeah, they did. that might have been the best fight of the night right there. That
Walkie
was,
talkies.
That was like he got hit with the first cell phone like 50
Motorola.
times in the head. He was
He got
unconscious.
hit with a Motorola with size D batteries.
Right.
Boy,
they was throwing cigar cases at him and everything. Probably still smoking the building back then.
How you come in on parachute and fade and leave on a stretcher?
Oh
Come on.
man, the funniest thing was just everybody's looking like, what in the hell is going
Right.
on? And as soon as he landed, they just on him, beating him up.
But he got a 30 for 30.
He did get a 30 for 30.
He got to props to him. Salute to
So,
him.
yeah, he took that punch for a purpose.
Okay. Right. So hold on, man. Let's bring a guy who's just been like a total social media whore. Like he's been on every talk show. He's been controversial.
My favorite or your favorite dad.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, Mr. LeVar Ball. He's the father of LeVar. What's going on with the latest news in LeVar Ball? Let's get it. Let's get it going.
It's an everyday saga with that guy, man. He's making news off being the dumbest person in.
I mean,
like to have the stuff at his fingertips right now. His son's getting ready to make. They said he just turned. I read an article about 8 hours ago that he has cost his son $10 million. They turned down $10 million over 5 years from every major like shoe company that's out there right now.
And then, everybody's saying, he's trying to change the game, and he's, I feel like, man, the fact that he is now selling Stay in Your Lane t-shirts from what he was talking to the female analyst at the show. That lets me know that he is fully on an exploitation, trying to make as much money as he can
This
right
is
now.
about him. It's not about his son.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
and his son was sitting courtside the other day, wearing no shirts. And I feel like that he's been like, I feel like his son has no say so in the moves he wants to make.
No, I mean, his dad's a bully, clearly. So, I mean, what's he going to do?
I feel like he's an ex-pimp. I think he's an ex-pimp. He talked to him when he said, "Stay in your lane," and ex-pimp came out.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite quote too. Is he told Colin Cowherd? He said, "I'm a genius, so I don't admit to mistakes."
Wow, exactly. That
Like,
makes perfect
it just
sense.
sounds so
I
stupid.
mean,
to me.
they're turning down these multi-million-dollar deals. I mean, I know
And
you're trying to.
He sold all of 300 pairs of shoes.
I mean,
at $500. Like for one, your best pair of Nikes might cost you $300. You know what I mean? He's selling these for $500, and he don't even got
ridiculous.
nothing. So he sold 300 pairs of shoes. He turned down $10 million contracts over 5 years. With the $10 million, you can take off endorsements, go pumping in your own shoe, and you can try to do this with $10 million backing you instead of having nothing behind you. And I won't admit to any mistakes because I'm a genius. Like,
Well, the
dude,
flip side to it, if his son actually pans out, he might just be a genius.
well, the fact that he won't let us, I don't know if it's him telling, I don't know what like position Lonzo plays in this, because to say that I feel like he almost caters to it by not working out for them, like anybody but the Lakers. The Celtics might potentially want to take you at number
Exactly.
one. And that's like a $3 million difference. And you gonna tell him, no, I'm not working out for him. I'm just working out for the Lakers. And I've seen nothing but De'Aaron Fox moving up in draft boards, potentially like Boston Celtics love him. Danny Ainge loves UK players. Like he might jump both of them.
It's just that in the big grand scheme of things, I think they're looking long term picture here, because I was told that he was quoted saying something to the fact of, if they're willing to pay me $10 million, how much is he really worth? So
You worth as much as the work you put in, LeBron.
they're worth as much as you can leverage.
They're
to
giving you
negotiate.
$10 million based off of what you've done in college, not what you've done in the NBA.
Right. No, they're giving him $10 million off potential of what he could do.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
It's
they're
not
giving
even
him
what he
10
done
off
in
potential.
college, because he's really not done. I mean, your buddy showed him up in college.
Well, yeah,
so
but I mean, he had good numbers
he's
all
not
season.
getting the $10 million.
He looks like a top 5 draft pick for sure.
Yeah.
Just based off what he did in college is what I mean. But I'm
his
saying,
buzz is
but
not-
your buzz, what it is now, you're getting $10 for your buzz now, and what it could be over 5 years. So if it does blow up, then you get to take the option of saying, hey, I'm big enough to either make my own brand, or I can go sign for a $50 million.
Well, and that's what I was saying. Well, he should have took the 5, or maybe.
What if he
dropped it to a
blows his
3.
knee out? What if he goes into
Then he
camp
just blew
and
the
blows
team.
his knee
Yeah.
out? And the
But
$10
see,
million.
that just goes to the point that I really believe that they believe in the stock of this kid. I mean, it's crazy to his delivery and his ethics and all of that. It's to be questioned. But I mean, they're clearly looking at the long run, and they're putting a lot of. You know how you put all your eggs in one basket.
I don't think
They're clearly doing that with
he's
the
looking at the
Arthur
long
family.
run, because if it was a long run, he would say, "Son, go in there, earn it, go in there, bust your
If
ass."
it was the long run, he said, "Give me that $10 million now, so I can already have that money in my pocket." That kid ain't guaranteed nothing, man.
He wants
would've
enough
took-
money
I
for
would've
him and
took
his
the
son.
shoe.
That's what he wants. He
I
wants some money.
would
for
have
his son.
took the shoe deal, and if I thought 5 years was too long, I would have been 3.
He's a
But
brash, greedy imbecile, is what he is. And he's out there just saying whatever he can say to keep his name hot right now, because he knows that this is more about, he wants to be a star too. He wants to be a part of this. He wasn't any good. So he wants to be a part of his son's, success right now. And he's using the fact that he still has a little bit of say-so in this young man's life. And
Exactly.
he's exploiting it.
Let me ask you this: do you think he would have got a $10 million offer if his dad would have been get this buzz and this
Hell yeah.
I
If
think he
his
would've.
dad would have
I
sit
think
up there
he
and
would've.
shut
Had
up.
it just been a straight up player from UCLA,
I think he would have got
as
it.
he was, he
Oh.
would have got a $10 million.
It's not uncommon for a kid from LA that's got a huge following out there to go and get ready to be drafted by the Lakers and them play off that, and some shoe company wanting to go out there just because you got to think how many people in California alone. You know what I mean? If you
But the
get
other kid's not getting a shoe deal.
who
Dude.
Fultz.
He's in
Yeah.
high school. Well, he will. He will.
But I'm saying this kid has a following from one of the biggest states in the country.
Yeah.
So, say for example, it does all pan out and he ends up at the Lakers, they're gonna love him out there regardless. So, if his dad's over there shutting up and letting his son do his thing, and he gets $10 million for a shoe contract, the kids are gonna go out and buy the shoe just because it's Lonzo Ball. He's from UCLA. He's an LA kid. Now he's at the Lakers, and he's got the potential to be a star. Now I can see you got a playing point. You coming out with just saying, my son's better than Steph Curry right now. My son could teach Magic Johnson a thing or two. This, that, and the other. Like, he says the most outlandish stuff.
I could be
Just-
Jordan. I could be Barkley.
Just
right?
because
I mean, let's take a side of what he's saying, and I'm talking about the business model. I agree with you guys. The stuff he's saying is ludicrous. It's stupid, but I'm talking about the business model.
there's
I really
It's the
don't
way he
believe
goes
that
about
Lonzo
it.
Ball would have had this much recognition outside of the trained basketball eye, or whatever we want to call it, the true basketball, the real guys that watch college basketball, without his father doing these outlandish, ignorant stuff. I mean, I just can't see
If
it.
his father fell back, an agent would have told him to sign that deal, get that $10 million.
and take it now.
And
But
let's
when
go
he
get
had
it.
got that offer is what I'm
Yes, he
saying.
would have.
Yes.
Off potential.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you right now.
This is the buzz that his father's been creating for all his sons for this
But the
entire
the
ride.
buzz was around Lonzo before any of that.
Exactly.
I think a lot
The
of
kid
them
was already a
his
projected
daddy
top
was-
five.
His daddy was crazy then too.
Yeah, but he was a projected top 5 pick before we ever knew who LeVar Ball was. Coming into the season, they knew he was going to be a stud. Like, he's been, they compared him to kid. Like, I mean, the guy he's an incredible basketball player. There's no doubt about that. He's got potential to stay in the league for a long time. My personal opinion is people like to play this like role, like, well, there's a thin line between crazy and genius. Well, yeah, but there's a big difference between like, Benjamin Franklin out there flying a fucking kite around with a key on the end of it, trying to get electricity to strike it, or was it Thomas Edison? I don't know.
That was right. I think I was right.
Yeah, so that's a little crazy, but there's some genius behind it. With him, there's no genius behind this. He's just all
I
crazy.
think it's
Right, I
straight
just don't wanna see that
exploitation.
word.
When they picked the little lottery balls the other day, they showed them at home when the Lakers got picked. They're sitting at home with the Big Baller Brand T-shirts and everything around. Like, I think that he's so focused on. I mean,
But couldn't nobody else in the draft do what you just said? I mean, we wouldn't know about it had it not be for his father. He wouldn't be able to have T-shirts and
But what if
sell
he doesn't even want it?
300 pairs of shoes.
Let me say one thing. James Young, when he plays for the Celtics, he don't even get off the bench right now.
Yeah.
But Drake was wearing one of his shirts that he started making, I guess, because he's like one of those artistic kind of, dudes like that. He had his own brand that he made.
But
Drake
I
was
don't
wearing
know-
one
I
of
didn't
them.
know about
But
that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, he's coming out of college doing that because, but he ain't got his dad in, background going, my son's going to be a lottery pick. You're going to
And
give him.
because his dad wasn't in his background saying that, I didn't know about that, as well as
He's
a whole
just
bunch
trying
I'm
to
of
saying,
other
people.
I'm saying that Lonzo Ball could have walked around in his Big Baller Brand shirts the entire time, all season
Yep,
long.
exactly.
And people would have been like, what's
What is
that
that?
shirt?
Exactly.
And then he could have been like, I've designed this.
agree.
It's just something we're
That's
playing
how you
with.
go about it.
Right,
I
like
agree.
we're hoping to
I
get it
agree
out in the
with all
stores and stuff. You don't come out going, Big Baller Brand, $1 billion, baby.
Right.
Give me my money. Stay in your lane. I'm a genius. Like,
But anyway, let's leave them.
publicity is there.
Let's leave them be, and we all got our opinions on it.
Right.
And that's
I'm just
the way it
playing
is.
devil's advocate anyway. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
stupid
yeah.
all the way around.
Yeah.
Devil's
That's just
Advocate
what
in the
goes
building,
on.
baby. Shout out to DJ Devil's Advocate.
So we got the summer coming up, man. Like, anybody got any big plans for the summer, man?
I'm actually going on a camping trip to see the eclipse down in, I believe it's Hoptown, Hopkinsville.
Amazing.
Gonna get a little air mattress,
Whoa,
tent.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got a baby coming up, so I probably won't be doing much.
That's what's up. You
Other
better
than coming
it
over
in while you
here,
can.
yeah, saying a
Get it in
couple-
while you can.
Saying a couple silly things. on air, making bad decisions, is gonna have to stop for a little while until she gets 18, and I'll come back good and strong when I'm about 55.
That's what's up. What you doing, man? What you great? What you doing?
I ain't doing much of anything. I think we supposed to go on a vacation soon.
Man, we booked up. We got about 30 days left. We're going to Myrtle Beach, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we did that in February, which was stupid.
Check me out though, like if y'all actually go over the bridges and stuff. I mean, you know, it'd be a few weekends I'll be able to get out there and get on the boat, play my little 80s rock, and do the Hold My Dick dance. If y'all ain't seen the Hold My Dick dance, I'll show it to y'all one night. You can catch me at the Brick Alley doing it from time to time.
Yeah.
What about what's in the movies right now, man?
Alien. I want to see Alien, man. I like this sci-fi stuff. I'm kind of a weirdo like that.
I'm a big Marvel junkie, man. Thor's already dropped in Avengers.
What's that right now? You want to see
War.
anything good out right now? What's that? Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, I do want to see that, man. I actually watched those other two. I'm kind of. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen them,
What
but
about that Baywatch? They said that was a dud. They said that was a dud. That's what I heard. They said it was a dud.
I'm sure
You
it
know,
was.
every time you try to remake a show to the movie, it's always a dud, man.
I was
relax.
The Rock and something.
I was, you know, I got home last night, you know, and I went to lay down and rub on the baby belly and whatnot. While I'm sitting over, I'm talking to my old lady. I'm like, hey, have you ever seen the wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia? No, what's that? Let's watch that. So I showed her that romantic movie. We laid there and watched a bunch of hillbillies from Boone County, West Virginia, talk about pills and all kinds of crazy
Speaking
nonsense.
of movies like that, that's crazy because last night I went home with the kids and we watched one of my old childhood favorites. We watched Willow. I remember that? That was a
Love
classic,
Willow.
man.
I love Willow.
And unlike most movies, when I go back and watch them again, I still could like it a little bit still. Like,
Right.
I got Pet Cemetery from the Redbox one night.
Oh man,
And I was
yeah.
disappointed, man. It wasn't
You didn't like Pet Cemetery. The
Not
first one was
again.
good. You didn't like it again.
Not when he
rewatched.
rewatched
I
Right.
rewatched it when I was a kid. It was like the best thing ever.
I
Yo.
thought Pet Cemetery 2 was pretty. I don't know why it always weirded me out as a kid when he would eat and the gravy would come out of the side of his neck or whatever.
So what's y'all's favorite?
I like Short Circuit, man. Johnny Five.
So I was about to say, what's your favorite like your childhood like memory movie? That's a great one, Johnny Five. That's
I'm going
definitely
with
one.
Johnny Five. Short
What was the
Circuit.
one that had the flying little the little flying things?
Land Before Time. Land Before Time.
That's a great one. No, there was these flying little robot things, man. What was it called?
Oh, I know what you're
That was
talking
like-
about
it was
with
like
the
a whole
old
bunch of-
people.
Yeah.
Who started feeling young again.
There was like these little flying little no,
Cocoon, that's it.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It's called Cocoon.
I
He's
don't know if
right.
that was or
Yeah,
not.
good. Shout out to Greg from
Yeah.
Who else? What else? Give me some other classic childhood movies y'all like.
Flight of the Navigator.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all
seen,
too young.
Star
Sandlot.
Chaser?
I seen Sandlot on TV.
Sandlot,
the
that
other
was a
day.
classic.
Yeah.
What
What was the other one I was talking about a minute ago?
CB4.
Clash of the Titans. Clash of the Titans.
Clash of
yeah.
Titans. I want to go older like your
Cut
kid though. Your
Medusa's head
childhood though. Childhood though. Like
Nah,
Never
Clash
Ending
of
Story.
Titans, yeah.
Never Ending Story. Okay, that was dope. Gremlins. All of them.
Gremlins.
Critters. You remember Critters?
Yeah, but if you go
Yeah.
back and watch those,
Die
like
Hard.
the
Right.
funny thing is they were like so good. We were kids.
Oh,
but when
yeah.
you watch
Puppet Master. You remember Puppet Master?
Yeah,
That was the
man.
cool. Oh my
another
gosh.
thing, because these fire sticks are amazing, and I'm just
Right.
now getting to work mine. I was watching Tales from the Crypt episodes
Oh,
the
it's still a
other day
classic.
and laughing my ass off at this. Like to watch the production and stuff and how far like things have came since back then.
Right.
Oh man, this guy was like he was the guy that pulled the electric thing or whatever. He was the executioner or whatnot, and he's just going through telling this story about how he hates people in life, and then the twist comes where he killed all these people, and then they put him in the electric chair. It was completely terrible, but it was funny to go back.
We're
and
talking about
watch.
that old school stuff. All our youngsters don't know what we're talking about right here, man.
What's
This is
up,
the
man?
classics right here, man. Hey, DJ, man, my DJ over here, man.
happening?
I'm a DJ too, but this is my, like when it comes to DJing, this is like my big homie right here, man. So give me that. What's going on in music right now? What we got
you
popping
know,
off here this week?
Let's see.
Give us
This
the
week,
music
let's
this
see
week,
who dropped
man.
this week. Let's see. We got Gorilla Zoe drop.
Who?
Gorillas, don't feed
He's
the
still
What?
rapping.
don't feed the
He's
animals.
still
too.
out here?
Yeah, man.
All
that's
the hoes
hot,
docking,
man.
be steady knocking?
Yeah, man. You know he's out here. That's old, man.
He wants to ask us for weed at 5-star one night. That's a true story.
True story, based on on facts.
Gorillas all still doing music. That's what's up.
we
I
got-
might start rapping again then, man. I still got you.
Little Yachty came out this week with the very
Crickets.
controversial
Crickets.
album cover.
Crickets.
What is a little yachty?
Yeah, it's a
I don't know, man. It's
Yeah.
like the Monopoly boat.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is it a
Lil
little?
Yachty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get with that, man. I'm sorry.
Louisville's own Bryson Tiller.
Okay, I heard a couple songs is fire.
Hey.
I need Bryson to come out more, man. Like he's I mean, you don't see him nowhere.
Yeah,
I don't see him on no commercial. I don't see him on. I'll never see him do no shows.
part of
Like
his stigma, man. He's trying to keep it back like the '90s before the social media when
Hey, that's
artists
cool.
were legends and mysteries, man.
that's dope. I mean, salute to him. He's really putting on for a major way for the state, man. Like,
Yeah, he really definitely is.
like seriously, that last whatever mixtape or album, like it could be considered as one of the best albums last year.
He's got
alone.
a good team behind him on this
Yeah,
one
you
too,
know,
man. He's
speaking-
got a little bit of money on this one too.
Speaking of putting on for the state, Chris Stapleton had an album drop too.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Shout
Oh,
out to
shit,
Chris
I'll tell you what, Chris
Stapleton.
Stapleton, good out shout out to
That's
you, boy.
right.
And when I get up in that Chevy truck and go out there and holler and go get that stuff, I got that Chris Stapleton on, boy. Hey, you best believe it.
One more, Gucci Man,
Who?
drop top, Gucci Man,
Oh yeah,
drop
Gucci?
top WAP. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Gucci
Ice
is
Cream
one of
Face.
those. He's one of those rappers that I actually like that I can't explain why I like.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Like if you got like a task to do, like if you got to like fold the clothes or vacuum or do some dishes, like he's perfect. You got to wash the car, cut some
I'm
grass.
putting Mary J.
You got to work out.
I
Well,
mean, I
speaking of
feel
Mary J dropped last week.
Did she really?
Yeah, she's got or actually it was. Let me get the date.
Every time Mary J get a divorce or breakup, she got an album. Man.
yeah.
Every time. That's how you know something going on in Mary's life. You know what I'm saying? You know.
It came out a little while ago, Friday, April
What's it
28th.
called? Life in Times of Menopause.
Man, it's called Strength of a
I'm
Woman.
talking about Mary like that.
I'm having hot flashes. I got to rap about
Can't
it.
talk about Mary like that, man.
Logic, he came out May 5th.
He's all right. I mean, he's okay. You know what I'm saying? He got some flows, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm like, you get these guys that can get on the mic and they can rap, but like, can it manifest into a career and you can be that person that can, do all that? Logic is definitely dope, though, but I haven't seen him, cross over
Yeah.
to that phase where he's really out there like that, like known.
It's
But he got a following, though. He's following.
It's a big difference in freestyling for the Breakfast Club and it being hot all over the internet and then actually putting an album together.
Right. That's definitely, especially the way music is right now.
That's
man.
Speaking of someone who's putting a multitude of albums together, Snoop Dogg dropped. And ironically, his title is called Never Left.
Listen, he never left. Like
Never left.
he just dropped the album with Kool-Aid.
Oh, man, I love Snoop.
Snoop.
Hey, that song.
They gonna be saying shit. He should have never came back.
What song was that?
One of those.
Slide into your DMs. Hey,
Yeah, he put it like
that
he
song
could
was
do
alright.
singles. He could do like singles and stuff, but he's kind of like Robert Parrish. Like he was great, but you didn't know when to just let it go. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
People still like put you on their team because of what you did
Right.
at the Celtics and stuff. So they just kind of like rock with you. And no disrespect to Snoop, man. He the OG. And
I
love
mean, Snoop's
his
more of a
music.
persona. He's more of a hip hop persona than like a hip hop
I mean,
legend to me.
Like he's one of the only dudes that's never changed. He's been smoking weed and it's acceptable.
and he's cool. Like I still love him, but like his music is no longer like it's just not relevant anymore. It hasn't been relevant since Doggy Style, really. I mean, the Dogfather. What was the one? I guess the second one he had after.
He had Doggy Style, which was with Dre, and then he had
Dogfather.
The Dogfather, yeah.
Then he's in No
Tank,
Limit.
top Tank Dog.
Yeah.
Game is to be sold.
Not to be told.
He put out like
Dogfather was
5
good.
albums in 5 weeks.
He's
to
just
get out of
he's the
that
household
contract.
name. Listen, come on, he's a household
I
name.
mean, he smoked weed in the White House.
He's the Abraham
He got
Lincoln.
away with
He's the
nobody
Abraham Lincoln of
saying
rap.
anything. Like, oh, it's Snoop.
He's on the pen.
Yeah. And that's the thing. He's
He's the Abraham Lincoln. What we got? Let's talk about fashion, man. What's going on in fashion? Let's talk about romp him.
oh, God.
Are we romping him this summer?
Yeah. I probably wear the pantyhose before I put the rhymes.
I see the pantyhose. Y'all see the
You can
pantyhose?
play that off.
It look
It's
like
cold
leg
outside.
tattoos.
You
It
know,
look like some leg tattoos. I mean, these socks we wear, the stand socks can almost be like some,
Right.
they got the
Right.
designs
It's
on
cold
them.
out.
There's
outside.
gonna be a point in time when people look back, like we look back like slap bracelets, like things like that. They're gonna look back at some of the nonsense that these men are putting on.
The Merce.
Oh my goodness, man!
What are we talking about?
Where is your masculinity at, man? Where is
Hey,
your
man,
balls, son?
I feel like, I'm just saying, I feel like I can rock an all denim romper and keep it swaggy.
Man, they went through this.
Y'all
right?
bet me?
No.
I don't.
Y'all don't want to
wanna
see me?
see you in a
Especially
riot,
you with
man.
your six.
I'm just saying,
man, like,
I'm
nah,
I'm confident
I
in
mean,
my
that-
manhood. I can rock a all denim
With some
romper.
J's.
With some J's, man.
Fuck.
With my chest
If
hair
you-
out.
Maybe
man,
cuz,
get
man.
the fuck out of here.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do it for the people. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do it, man. I'm gonna do it for the people, man. This for the people,
Not for the
man.
culture.
We're all gonna laugh at you.
Right. What's going on in the home team, man, in our good city of Frankfort, Kentucky, man? Like, first of all, we all right here. We from Frankfort, Kentucky.
Yes,
And let
sir.
me tell you something. Of course, we got a lot of people that hate on Frankfurt. They want to get out of Frankfurt. They want to, it's ain't nothing, and this is that, this, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But then and on the other hand, you got people that represent Frankfurt, man. Like, that take pride in being from Frankfurt, regardless of what you say. I don't
love
care what
my
you say,
city.
like, and I don't care what you say, like,
I've tried to leave like 4 times.
yeah.
It ain't.
Keep coming back because this is just.
It
it's
ain't
great.
about that, man. It's, you life
I
is
mean,
what you
it's
make.
great,
it.
man.
Life
I mean,
is-
we
Raising
just
family
recently,
here is- it's
recently,
diverse.
let's talk about the news. There was a string of robberies going on around
Yeah,
town.
we got gang members.
You know what I'm
down
saying?
there.
Like, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like, it ain't no place for that in our town, man. Like, it ain't, man. Like, we're fortunate enough. Even though it sounds bad, that when tragedy strikes, it strikes the whole town. In a big city, it happened on the east side.
Right.
Nobody on the west side knew about it.
Well, I mean, we've
You know
had
what
a
I'm saying?
string of bad things happen
Right.
around here due to gun violence here lately. I mean, it's been a bad year for that, and I don't know what else to say other than put the guns down. You
Put
are
the
not
guns
tough
down,
with
man.
a gun in your hand.
Like,
I got way more respect for a man that can take an ass whooping than the one that packs around the damn gun.
and work for what you want, man. Like, going out there and robbing. Let me tell you something. Anybody listening right now, when you get that fast money, you get that money you didn't work for, you didn't earn really hard, you don't respect that. And it's so quick and it's gone the next day. And you don't respect that because you didn't work hard for it. We all been there before. It's not worth it.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: if 3 people rob a gas station, you each might walk out of there with $100 a piece if you lucky.
Right.
And you put somebody's life at risk because you carry a gun in there. I don't even know if they meant to shoot the guy. Could have been a complete accident. You got
Right.
a bunch of kids,
Kids.
and they get to spend the rest of their life in jail over $100 in a bad decision.
And we've seen it happen. We've seen it happen over and over again lately here in this town. And is it the music influence? I mean, I don't know.
Man, look, we all grew up and I made
Right.
a lot of dumb decisions.
Right.
But, there was a point in time when I thought my life was a rap video sometimes. And I was silly because there's a big difference in entertainment and, what really goes on in life. And it's like what you listen to can influence you to do things. But I think if you have good parents and you have a good upbringing,
Your upbringing.
I think
Your upbringing.
I would definitely not blame music for my stupidity.
Get some white friends. Get you
Right.
some white friends. That
Well,
saved my life.
I can remember,
Save my life. Save my life.
I can remember being in high school. The 3 6 Mafia had the song "I Bet You Won't Hit Him," and I'm hyping myself up to go fight this dude. And all I can hear in my back of my head is, "I bet you won't hit him, motherfucker." And I just lost my marbles.
Yeah, like I said, but I mean, at that age, you're influenced so easily. I mean, we all been that way. I don't want to just blame the music because there's so much to go. And then, like, for every 3 kids or something to do something like that, there's 1,000 others that listen to that music and go on about life fine. So,
It's so many kids that's lost out here trying to be hard.
Right, man,
Y'all
right.
so lost. Yeah. Trying to be hard gets you nowhere. I'd rather walk in the room and shake 20 hands than mean mug 20 people, man. And guess what? It's gonna get you way further in life, man.
Right,
Trust me.
right.
I'm a living proof of that.
especially in this place right here, because the way you are, the way you act is how people are going to remember you. So,
Right.
like, when you got to go get a job in front of some of these people that you bullied at a
Exactly.
party or try to intimidate, and
Relationships.
the ball's in their court now, and they get to, to choose whether you have any type of future with them or in some sort of company around this town.
Relationships is everything, man. I'm telling you, man. I'd rather make a friend any day than make an enemy, man. I try to always stay positive and not even go that route, man. Because when you go that route, ain't no coming back from that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what we want to do on this platform here is always bring a positive spin on anything we do. We want to cover any aspect we can and all the content. Like I said, we're learning list. So we're just learning as we go. And this is Thoughts Fired podcast right here, coming live in the rec. Rick Redden here. I'm ready to take on this task right here and inform my people out here about everything that's going on. We want to touch the town. We want to come do a podcast at your spot, whatever you want to do. We want to just do it. This is for everybody right here, man.
Right.
And thank for everybody for tuning in. If you listen to us, man, we thank y'all
Give us
so
some
much.
comments, give us some feedback, give us some topics to talk about.
Yes.
Don't judge us off our first one, man. We're not going to quit anyway, whether you like it or not. We'll be back next week.
Yes,
doing
sir.
it again.
That's right.
And we love y'all to death, man. Hey, Thoughts Fired, man.
Shout out to everybody who gives us a listen.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Snuggle.
Snuggle, yes.